Hey everybody, Beth here. It's December 11th, and Phillip Linderman is back talking about Afghanistan and our allies again in a way that is just incredibly dehumanizing and incorrect. So let me tell you about it. If you guys recall, Sean Van Diver and I talked to Phillip on this podcast about many of the inaccuracies in his series of articles in the American Conservative about the CARE team and SIVs. And he admitted to many of those inaccuracies. And in fact, one of the most galling things he said is that the best that Afghans could hope for in this country was basically to drive for Uber or Lyft or open a restaurant. And it just showed such a narrow view of who Afghans are and what they're capable of. And he wrote a piece in the Washington Examiner that is the same. It's a lot of absolutely nasty aspersions cast on the groups of people across the political spectrum who have been working against multiple administrations to help our allies and make sure that the U.S. honors the promises it made to them. But I'm not going to get into that. I want to talk about the inaccuracies in the article and the generalizations he makes about Afghans that are just disgusting. First, he says it's no secret that the U.S. collaborates with those who hold dramatically different views on morality from the average American. I talk to Afghans on a daily basis. I've never met an Afghan who has a different view on morality than I do. They want the same things. We're humans. It's a pretty sickening thing to say, and there's no source here. There's no citation, no polling data on this. This is from Phillip's head to the paper, and I wonder how many Afghans Phillip has spoken with. The other thing that really bothered me, many Afghans were driven by a combination of financial necessity and the hope of eventual immigration when they chose to work alongside U.S. forces. Now, I also don't see any sources here. No citations, no did you speak to people, Phillip, about this? Because I've spoken to hundreds of Afghans and hosted many of them on my podcast. They absolutely cared about the U.S. mission, did not want their country to be led by the Taliban, and did a brave thing by putting themselves in harm's way to serve with American personnel. And once again, I'm getting heated about this article because it is so disgusting to say these things about people he doesn't understand. I could continue. There are so many things, and don't worry, I will. Even though I don't have time to do it, I will. Follow along. It's going to be a great time.